Hello and welcome. I'm Raghav and today we will learn how to run our first test on a real mobile device and we will start coding in Java. This is going to be very easy and very interesting and you can follow this on Windows or a Mac operating system. And the steps we are going to do is we will open a IDE for Java. So in this case, I'm going to use Eclipse and you can use any other Java IDE so that we can write our Java code. We will create a Java project. We will add the Selenium and Appium libraries into our project. Then we will connect a mobile device, and this I have already covered in a different session on how to connect a real mobile device both on a Windows and a Mac operating system. We will then start the Appium server. We will write the code to start mobile application, and then we will also see how we can locate the elements using the Appium desktop client. So let's get started. And step number one is we have to get a Java IDE like Eclipse. In this case, I am going to use Eclipse and you can use any other Java IDE. Now, in case you do not have Eclipse or you do not have any other Java IDE, you can go to my channel on YouTube, which is Automation Step by Step. And if you go to the playlists and you scroll down, you will find a playlist for Java here. Go to the playlist and here you will find a video on getting started with Eclipse IDE. So you can watch this. I will also copy this link and make it available in the notes, and all these notes will be available along with this video. So you should have a IDE for writing Java code, and then we will create a Java project. So you will open your Eclipse or your Java IDE. So for example, if you are on Windows, you will go to the location where is your Eclipse and just press the eclipse.exe, click here and it will start Eclipse and you will have your Eclipse running here. And in case you are on Mac, once you have Eclipse, you can just go to Spotlight. So I pressed command and spacebar on my keyboard to bring up this Spotlight, and I will start typing Eclipse and I will open the Eclipse app. And as of now, I already have it opened here. So this is my Eclipse, and then we will create a new project. So I will go to File, and this is the same menu in Windows as well. Go to New, and then I can create a Java project, but I want to create a Maven project. So I will go to Others and search for Maven. Now the reason we are creating a Maven project is with the Maven project, it becomes very easy to manage all your dependencies, all your libraries in the project. You do not have to manually download it. You do not have to manually manage it. And also when you take your project into a different location or a different system, all the dependencies and libraries will be taken care by Maven and you do not have to do that manually. So create a Maven project, say next, and I will say create a simple project and let us say use default location, and also I will just add to a working set. I have a working set called Appium, and do not worry on this. This is just I'm doing so that you do not see all my other projects on the package explorer here, and it is very clean. And then I will say next, and I will say Appium tests, Appium tests, and you can give some description and you can give any group ID and artifact ID and say finish, and you can see the project here. So this has come here. If you expand this, you will find all these folders here. So here, as of now, we have done step number 2, which is creating a Java project, and now we have to add the Selenium and Appium libraries. Now because this is a Appium project, I can just go to the pom.xml file here, and here you can see this is the file, and I can add my dependencies here. So here I will just create a tag called dependencies, and you can see this gets auto completed, and a close tag, and inside this I will add all the dependencies. So for that I will go to Maven Central or Maven repository, and then this is the link. So let me also copy this and make it available in the notes. So I'm getting all these libraries from here for Maven, and here I will search for Selenium Java, and this is Selenium Java, and I will take the latest stable version, which is this one, and I will click here. This is for Maven and it is copied. I will go to my project and between the dependencies tag I will just paste it like this, and you can see it is here. And similarly I will then search for Appium Java client and it is here, and again I will take the latest stable version and copy this and add it here. So I have added both of these here, and once I save and clean my project you will find a Maven dependencies folder here. So I will just save my project, and sometimes just by saving you will get your Maven dependencies and everything is here. In case you do not get all the libraries downloaded, you can go to your project and say clean, and then you can just clean and build your project and you will get everything. And now you can see how easy it is. I am getting everything here, all the libraries are downloaded, and whenever I make any change, for example if I make the changes to the version here, I just have to make change here and just save and build my project and everything will be taken care by Maven. I do not have to worry on anything on the dependencies now. So I have added the libraries, and now fourth step is we have to connect our mobile device. So at this step you can connect your mobile device with a USB cable or any cable that you use to your laptop or to your computer system, and then go to your command line or terminal and then say ADB devices. It should show you your device attached with your device ID. Now in case you face any issue in this particular step, I have a separate session on how to connect a real device on Windows as well as on a Mac operating system. You can watch that if you are facing any issue here. And assuming that you have connected and you are able to get the device ID, we will go to the next step, which is starting Appium server, and this can be done from command line or from the Appium desktop client. So if you have a Appium desktop client, you can just search for Appium desktop client on Mac and you can see it is here, or you can go to Windows and here as well you can just open your Appium desktop client and it is here. So you can start it from here or you can start it from command line. From command line you will just say Appium and say enter and it will start. Similarly if you are on Windows as well, you will go to your command line and say Appium and hit enter and it will start the Appium server, and you can see it has started on this IP and 4723 port, which is the default port. Similarly on my Mac it has started. So we have started the Appium server, and now we will go to our project and do the coding. So I will go inside my Eclipse Java project and I will go to this folder src test java, do a right click new, and I will create a class and I can name this as Appium test, or I'm going to start a calculator application, so I will say this is calculator test, and for now I will also have a main method. Later on we will learn how to have a testng framework and then have testng tests. For now I'm just using a very simple Java class having a main method, and I will create a method public static void and I will say open calculator. So this function I am writing to open calculator on the mobile device. I will also increase the font so that you can see it properly. I am pressing command and plus on my keyboard and command minus to decrease the font. In case of Windows you can press control plus and control minus. So I hope you can see this now. Okay, so now the first thing is we have to add desired capabilities, and desired capabilities is a key value combination which tells our Appium server the information about our device and about our application. So we send device name, the UDID, which is the ID of our device, this one, and then the platform name like Android and the version of the platform, and then about the application, like we are going to open calculator, about its app package and app activity. I will tell you about all this. So for now I will say desired capabilities, and if I press control spacebar on my keyboard it is getting auto completed, and I will say use a variable called cap and say new desired capabilities, and you can see it has imported it from this org OpenQA Selenium remote desired capabilities. In case you are getting any error, you can just hover over it and then import it from here, and that's it. And now I will say cap dot set capabilities. If I press Control spacebar, it is auto completing, and I have to give a capability name and its value here. So we have to say device name, and device name you can find from your mobile device. So if you go to your mobile device, you can see this is my real mobile device attached to my system. I will go to settings, and I will scroll down and about phone, and you can see your device name here, Micromax HS2. Now you can actually use any random name as well. I have checked that it works with any name, but it's better to give some meaningful name here. So this is my device name, and then again cap dot set capabilities and a key and a value. I will just copy this statement and paste it multiple times so that I do not have to add it again. And then the next thing is the UDID, and UDID is the device ID that you get from ADB devices. So if I go to a new tab, I'm pressing Command T on my keyboard, and again I will say ADB devices. So this is my device ID. I will copy it from here and provide it here. The next thing is platform name, and platform name is Android because I'm using an Android mobile, and then the platform version. So this is the version of the Android. So again, if you go to your mobile device and you can go to settings, and again you can go to about phone, and you can see the Android version is 712 here. So I will say here platform version is 7.1.2. So this was about the device or the mobile phone. Now we also have to set the capability for the application, and for that we have to give a app package and app activity. So every application on your mobile device, including browsers, calculator, camera, or any application that you have, will have a app package and an app activity. And for that you can get some applications on your mobile. So you can go to your Play Store and you can search for applications like APK info, and then there are other applications as well like my APK app info and so on. So I'm using APK info. You can install it. In my case it is already installed, and I will just show you. So you can see this is APK info, and when you go here it will give you a list of all your applications on your mobile. So you can see Chrome, camera, calculator, calendar, everything, and then you can click on the application you want. So for example, I want calculator, and you will see this is the app package com.myos.calculator2. So I will say app package here com.myos.calculator2, and then I also have to give an app activity, and that you will find here. So if you scroll down you will find this activities, and go here, and this is the activity com.myos.calculator2.calculator. So this is the same thing like until here, and then dot calculator. Okay, so we have also given the capability for our application, and now we have to use the Selenium driver or the Appium driver. So for that I will just declare it at the top. I'm declaring it at the top so that it can be used by all the functions. So I will say I can use a web driver. I can use a web driver like this, or I can use a Appium driver, or I can also use an Android driver. And in case of iOS, I can use a iOS driver. Now what is the difference? So this is the our Selenium web driver, and then Appium driver has features more specific for Appium mobile testing, And then Android driver has features more specific for a Android device testing. So you can use actually any of these. And for this, so you have to download this from org OpenQA Selenium. So for this, I will just show you with Appium driver. So of course, if you are using if you are testing some application that has to be tested on a web browser, desktop browser as well as on mobile, then you will use a web driver. Otherwise, you can use like Appium driver, and I will say Appium driver, and I have to import it from IO Appium Java client, and then here I have to now send this desired capabilities to the Appium server. So I will say driver equals new. I can say Appium driver, or I can also say Android driver here. Appium driver, and I will say mobile element, and then the desired capabilities, which is cap. And here it is showing me some error. It is asking me to import, and I can in fact give it here directly. I will say mobile element, and that's it. And yes, and here it is saying change driver to static. So because we are using it in a static method, so I will say static Appium driver mobile driver. So here I am passing capabilities, but I also have to pass the URL of our Appium server. So for that, I will say URL. I will use the URL class, and I can give any variable URL equals new URL and press Control spacebar on my keyboard, and I have to give the string here. And for that, you can see, because we have started our Appium server on the IP 127.0.0.1 and port 4723, I will just copy this. This is what we give and provide it here. So if you go to your Appium, you can see the host by default is 0000, which is equivalent to 127.0.0.1 IP on the system, and the port is 4723. So if you have not changed the port, it will be 4723 here as well, and then WD and hub. So this is what we use here, and then we also have to pass this URL. So I will say URL here. Now you can actually put this entire thing directly here in place of URL, but it is more easy and handy if you just do it separately so that it is more clean to view. And here, whenever we use this URL, we connect to this URL, we have to either surround with try catch or add throws. So I will select add throws declaration, and I will throw the exception. So you can see on the function declaration it has added throws exception, and that is why it is now not showing the error. And at the end I will just print out application started so that I know it is working fine, and I will save everything. And then I have to call this function from main method because it will start from main. So I will say open calculator, and again it is showing me an error because I have to either add throws or surround with try catch. So I can actually this time surround with try catch. I will just say here try, and this will come inside try, and then I will say catch. So this is to catch exception. So in case there will be any exception, it will be catched, and I will give the name exp, and I will say exp dot get cause, exp dot get message, and exp dot print stack trace. And this I can also print out. I will say syso, press Control spacebar on my keyboard for auto completion, and here as well. And that's it. So I do not have any errors. And now if I go to my mobile device, you can see my mobile device here. Let me just open the device here. So this is my mobile device, and this is my code to start my mobile device to start calculator application on mobile device using the Appium code. So this is my code here, and I will just start this. I will do a right click, run as Java application, and let us just see now. It should start calculator on this mobile device. So let's just wait. So it should be connecting to the Appium server now, and yes, you can see it has started calculator on the mobile device and it is saying application started. So we have done this step, start calculator application and run and validate. Now if you want to do any actions on this application, like click on this buttons or do some calculation, for that you have to find the locators of these buttons, and then you will have to say here something like web element, or because we have already used mobile element, you can say mobile element, and you can give any name. For example, this is the one button equals driver dot find element by dot, you can use id, name, xpath, anything, and then give the id here, and then I will say one dot click or something. So this is something we will learn how to do this in the next video. We have a Appium desktop inspector. Using that we can actually get locators for all the elements, and it will be very easy and very handy, and that is exactly what we are going to learn in the next video. For now I will just stop here, and we are able to start our application with our Appium code. I hope this session was very useful for you. Thank you for watching.